morning. Welcome to the E3 Weekly Market Report. I'm Pat McClatchy. It's October the 8th. We just have had the release of the export figures. We'll go over those. Then we'll cover crop progress, recent price action, and we'll ask the question, have commodities finally bottomed? Let's take a look at the breakdown on exports, starting with cotton. We have, let's see, right now cotton it has a very large number, 206,900. That is up 76% from the previous week, up noticeably from the 4-week average. Mexico took 128,100 bales. Vietnam took 18,200. And Turkey took 15,100. Looking 2016, 2017, also a large number, 358,300. And so we've got good numbers here. When just as the number came out, cotton was trading at unchanged. Right now, cotton's up 28 in December, up about 19 in the March. That puts December at 62.33 now, up about 27. Going now to soybeans. We've got soybeans at 1,284,600 metric tons. That's up. Well, that's actually down from the previous week, but that's still an outrageously large number, but was expected. China took 683,500 metric tons. Unknown destinations took 300,900 metric tons, and the Netherlands took 141,000 metric tons. Just continuing to look at the breakdown. Net sales for 2016-2017, the following year is a large number also, 995,600. China taking an even 1 million metric tons of that. So these are good numbers. Market evidently expected it because just before the report came out, soybeans were down 4. Now they're down 5. We've got corn. 519,700 metric tons. That's down 31% from the previous week. Mexico took 338,300 metric tons. Panama took 52,200 metric tons, and Bangladesh took 44,000 metric tons. Looking at 2016-2017 actually had a cancellation of 53,100. Corn was down 0.75 cents just before the report. Right now it's down 1 1/4 pennies, so it's actually weakened some. The wheat number that came out was 288,200 metric tons. That's up noticeably from the previous week and 12% over the 4-week average. Thailand took 57,600 metric tons. South Korea took 53,300 metric tons. And the Philippines took 36,700 metric tons. Now looking at wheat, the wheat market was up 1.75 pennies just before this report. Right now the wheat market is up an even penny, so it's softened a small amount. So those are the numbers that have just come out and the initial reaction. Let's now go to crop conditions that came out Monday. Cotton in the good to excellent category slipped from 47%, to 47% from 49%. Bolls open 77%. The average for this time of the year is 78%. Harvest, we're at 16% complete, and the average this time of the year is 18%. Soybeans in the good to excellent category, 64%. It's improved 2%. Previous week was 62%. Harvest at 42% versus the average of 32%, so we're well ahead of schedule there. Corn in the good to excellent category unchanged at 74%. Corn harvested 27%. The average for this time of the year is 32%. Winter wheat planting at 49% versus the average for this time of the year of 51%. Looking at what's happened over the last week, we had cotton back about a week ago. had traded as low as 59.78. Then on a rally yesterday, it got to 62.48, so it's had a rally of 270 points. The market at 62.24 right now is not that far from that high. Soybeans, over the last week, we've seen a low of 8.6825. It then traded up to 8.96, which was yesterday, for a 27.75 cent rally. Right now we're at 8.8675. Corn's had about a 16.5 cent rally over the last week. Back a week ago it was at 3.83.5. It then traded up yesterday to $4 even, and now we've backed off some from that level. Wheat, 4.9825 a week ago. It traded up to 5.31.5. Yesterday, that's a full 33.25 cents. That market's a little lower than that right now also. Here's the question. The question is, have commodities bottomed? We've seen good upward movement recently. Is this the sign that we finally bottomed this bear market that we've been in for a few months, or have we got more to go? Let's first look at the major issues that have got us to this point. Emerging markets, various countries that are commodity sensitive have been stabilizing, and their currencies have been strengthening. Crude oil just yesterday touched $50 a barrel. Today the crude is trading at 48.74, so still just under that, so it's had a good rally. That's helped things. The talk of a Fed rate hike with some of the recent economic releases being a little slower than people had anticipated have pushed the talk of that hike back perhaps into the first of next year. So those things have been supportive. So is this the end? Is this enough of a sign that we finally bottomed? I really don't think so, and here are the reasons why. We talked about crude oil. Is crude oil bottomed? Well, crude oil's probably got some time to go before we see that, because it's got a surplus of supply, and it doesn't look like that's going to end anytime soon. So I think we will see crude oil sell off again. Unstable emerging markets is at the end of that. The devaluation of these various currencies of countries that are commodity sensitive. I really don't think that will happen, because it takes some time to finally stabilize. I think that's probably going to see some pressure at some point again. Talking about the Fed raising rates, that's probably going to happen. It's just been pushed back. So the things that are right now positive to the market, I really think we're probably in the midst of a bounce. So the next question is this. Many people that watch us are really watching for agricultural commodity markets. Have the agricultural markets bottomed? I think the answer to that's probably yes. I don't think the ag markets are probably going to feel as much pressure as some of the other markets are going to feel, like crude oil, copper and industrial metals, even precious metals, and others. I think probably the last to be affected will be the agricultural markets. Those I feel more optimistic about having found a bottom, although we might trade sideways for a while. So that's just my opinion. And the numbers today, let's quickly look at where the markets are. Cotton's up 20. So that market's up 20 points from where we were before exports. Soybeans down 4.5. That market is very close to where it was before the report came out. Corn down 1.25 is about a half cent weaker. And then we've got the wheat market up about a penny, and it was up 1.75. So all the grains have weakened, and cotton is strengthened. That's it for today. Thanks for being with us here at the E3 Weekly Market Report, and we'll see you later.